Chep, what do you think?
Oh, man, we're excited about it. You know, going into the weekend, this was about as good as we could do, and it wound up that way with a great Georgia team, also a hot Texas team coming in. So it meets on just about every criteria that you'd want to have. You want brand name teams with great fan bases who will travel, who are positive about coming to your city. Both are. We've been in discussions with them both at this point in the day. Excited, and we think we're going to have a great week with the Longhorns and the Bulldogs in town.
You don't think Georgia fans would be disappointed with not getting into the college football playoff? Is that a concern at all?
Oh, definitely they're going to be disappointed. We know that. You know, Kirby has said as much so far, but they'll rebound. Having worked at Georgia myself for several years, they have a healthy appreciation and respect for the Sugar Bowl and for the experience that they'll have here. So they'll rebound and they'll show up here in New Orleans. And the Longhorns, the phones are blowing up already with them too. So again, a great matchup. Two young coaches who are, you know, the best in the business right now, doing well and have programs on the rise. We think they'll have their teams ready to play and have a great experience here.
How about both teams and both schools checking off the travel box, which is such a big part of this, right?
Oh, it's huge. Both can drive in. You know, they're easy driving distances. You know, both have huge alumni bases. You know, so on every front, you know, they check the box, and they'll be here and be a good tourism boost for the city. And again, we think it's going to be a great football game.
As far as Texas coming for the first time, what, 95, I think it is, just to have, not that you don't want teams, I know Georgia hasn't been here since they played Hawaii, but still teams that, you know, come more times than not, maybe it wears on their fans, but these teams, it's been 20 years and 10 years.
Yeah, we make no secret of that. It's always fun and best for the city when you have teams that haven't been here in a while. And both of those schools, again, check the box. You know, it's been a while since they've been here. And so I think again, New Orleans is a great city. The fact that when Georgia played LSU during the regular season, they had a party for 1,500 people on the floor of the Superdome before they drove up to Baton Rouge for the game. That tells you how excited their fans are and how much they appreciate the Superdome, the Sugar Bowl, and the whole New Orleans experience. They'll be here. And again, the Texas fans, you know, the program's been down for a while, but it's on its way back up. They're doing well. In the stadium at the Big 12 championship game, it was predominantly Texas Longhorns in there, so they'll be here.
What is the Sugar Bowl's position now? There's going to be a lot of talk about expanding this thing at this point from 4 to 8 or 4 to 6 or whatever. What is the Sugar Bowl's position? Because we certainly had 6 teams that deserve to be in that 4, and obviously 2 of them weren't. What is the Sugar Bowl's position on maybe expanding the college football playoff?
Well, you know, right now, I mean, it's consistent that there's no talk by the people that matter about an expansion. Yes, fans and others, you know, may talk about an expansion, but we really don't think it's in the cards anytime soon. You know, we expect to live out the end of this contract. We've got another 7 years on the contract that we're in right now, so we're not expecting to see that. People can talk, and maybe you know, some folks may have a legitimate case. It's probably not in the best interest of the Sugar Bowl committee and for the city of New Orleans to expand the playoff, because you further dilute the bowl system by an expansion of the playoff. If they want to promise us a spot as a quarterfinal or a semifinal side every year, that's another story. But again, that's something that will shake out in the future. But again, we're not expecting any expansion, you know, in reality, you know, during this contract.
You expect it to go the full 12 years?
We sure do.
Jeff, just kind of looking ahead to next year, after this game, it's going to be a banner year for you guys next year. Can you talk about how hard you guys had to work to get the championship game next year?
Well, we did. The city of New Orleans had to rally, and it was something that we had to, you know, really study, because it's an expensive endeavor now, and it's not the same or as easy as it was, you know, during the BCS era. So we studied it as a Sugar Bowl organization, you know, met with our partners, with the Sports Foundation and the Convention and Visitors Bureau and so on, and decided it was good. It was in the best interests of the city, and that it was incumbent on us to try and go get the game. it's a very expensive endeavor and something that we're working on and have been working on for almost a year now in terms of the fundraising effort. And the Sugar Bowl committee has the largest stake in that financial process. We've got significant monies, involved in that, and it's something. But we're glad to do it one time. We're hopeful that in future efforts that the state and the city will be able to step up and help us on the financial end. But time will tell on that.
Thanks, Jeff.